Now, let's get straight into it. Joining me now is U.S. Report regular, former White House Chief of Staff and Senior Advisor at Bondi Partners, Mick Mulvaney. Mick, the first impeachment hearing inquiry into President Biden got underway just hours ago. Let's have a quick look at some of the action from Capitol Hill.
We're 62 hours away from shutting down the government of the United States of America, and Republicans are launching an impeachment drive based on a long debunked and discredited lie. No foreign enemy has ever been able to shut down the government of the United States, but now MAGA Republicans are about to do just that.
At least 10 times, Joe Biden lied to the American people that he never spoke to his family about their business dealings. He lied by telling the American people that there was an absolute wall between his official government duties and his personal life. Let's be clear, there was no wall.
Now, Mick, the Democrats are saying, oh, there's nothing there, but like we've seen more text messages between Hunter and his business associates. Even with this evidence, what though is going to happen with this inquiry? Is it going to go anywhere, or is Joe safe in the knowledge that the media and the Democrats will protect him, at least for now?
No, James, I think it's going to run its course. I have no idea how it's going to end up, but I know these folks. I know Mr. Comer. I know the other folks, Republicans on the committee. They're going to go ahead and walk through this very methodically from start to finish. If there's nothing there, they'll tell you nothing's there. If there's evidence that justifies an impeachment, my guess is you'll get a vote on whether or not to impeach the President of the United States. Keep in mind, the Republicans have at least as much evidence against Joe Biden right now in this impeachment inquiry. It's not an impeachment. It's sort of a precursor to a possible impeachment. But the Republicans have at least as much evidence against Joe Biden that the Democrats had against Donald Trump when they began their first impeachment inquiry on Ukraine. So it's fun to watch the Democrats sit there and hem and haw and have steam come out of their ears, but they realize that the Republicans are actually already at least as far down the trail as they were against Donald Trump. So I have no idea where it's going to end up. If there's high crimes and misdemeanors, you can expect an impeachment. If there's not, then you shouldn't expect an impeachment. But this is the proper way to do things, and everybody in this town knows it.
Yeah, but Mick, I mean, some of this evidence, it's pretty damning on the face of it. You know, you've got this wire transfer to Hunter using Joe Biden's address. You've got all of these text messages going back and forth. We've now got more evidence around that firing of that prosecutor, with Hunter saying, you know, that the new prosecutor should stop investigating Burisma, which is paying him $1 million a year when he was not exactly, shall we say, the world's greatest oil and gas expert. Where does this then go for the Democrats? Do they then start to think, well, this becomes a bit stinky? Is this going to be part of the move potentially to get Joe Biden to step down before, or step aside, or say he's not going to run again next November?
You know, James, that's why I love doing the show. I really do. Sometimes it takes somebody who's the other side of the planet to sort of cut through all the chatter and get to what might be the real story. Okay, now I'm not hearing this from my Democrat friends yet, but you're starting to hear maybe the precursors of what exactly you just said, which is they're going to hem and haw. They're going to defend the president. No question. It's their job. It's what they're supposed to do. It's what Republicans did to Donald Trump. But if it starts to look really, really bad for Joe Biden here, this might be the excuse they need to go to him and say, maybe this is not the best time for you to run for re-election. You're going to make the party look bad. They've got really bad data right now. As many as 3/4 of Democrat voters, that's not voters nationwide, 3/4 of Democrat voters think that Joe Biden might be too old to run for office. They've got a problem. Maybe this helps them solve that problem. Again, I put that in the single digits in terms of the possibilities right now, but you can start to see those pieces come together. That's one of the reasons I love doing this show.